How's it going? It's Ali Tarafdar back with a brand new video. So today I wanted to take my time to talk about what's going to happen in 2019 in terms of credit. Now I know a lot of people out there already put out some videos describing their methodologies of what you should be doing in 2019 and how you should be taking care of your credit profile. Today's concentration is really on the key topic of focusing on the specific factors that will affect your credit, your score, and ultimately the best and most accurate way of fixing your credit going forward and making sure that your file remains strong throughout the entire year and, of course, the future to come. The biggest thing when it comes to credit enhancement, a lot of people forget is the fact that, look, at the beginning, before you even attempt to add some trade lines, before you even attempt to look at the type of funding you want to get, or let's say you set aside a goal to get a car, or maybe you want to walk into a home. Whatever the case, what you want to do first is you want to clean your credit, right? So a lot of people jump from one thing to another really quickly. So I'll give you an example. A customer of mine just recently, we started working on his credit, and it's been not even 2 months. And within that time frame, I told him specifically that, hey, look, you might have to wait until we go ahead and add, remove those items before you start adding some trade lines. And the individual didn't have the patience. He went on and added trade lines, and it adversely affected the way his credit was built. And now he has a lot of inquiries that he shouldn't have gotten. And that's extra legwork for people like myself or people in the industry who are simply trying to do their best to help individuals, right? So careful with that, right? So the absolute best way of fixing your credit, it's a three-step process. And you guys know this. Below this video, I shared a description in another video of how to fix your credit in 3 easy steps. One of the key things to take away from that is the fact that it's not going to be an instantaneous success, right? Like it's going to have to be a process, step by step by step. And I know that a lot of people out there, they're saying, well, no, it's there's other programs out there, they do it fast and quick and all these type of things, and that's great. By all means, you can explore the other options. But my objective here is to explain to you the best way to do it, right? So essentially what you want to do is you want to first clean it up, right? So you clean up your report so that all three of them are very congruent. You have one information in terms of personal identifier on each of them. So let's say your first and last name only, your address only, and of course everything else is congruent. And then after that, after the cleanup phase, once you've figured out, hey, look, I don't have any other derogatory items now, you can have one or two inquiries, that's fine. But let's say if you don't have much of the derogatory items, most of them are taken off. The next obvious step is to essentially start applying for new credit, right? So one of the key things that a lot of people miss by a long shot is they think that, hey, look, they don't have credit relationships strong enough to go out there and start applying for new credit, which is true. So even though there are other primary trade lines, which are essentially credit accounts on your individual name that reflect to help improve your score, even though you may have new ones that you can apply for, and we have a whole list of them below this video, it's New Coast Direct, My Jewelers Club, Hutton Chase, etc., etc. The other key thing is, like, if you already have existing relationships with some of the creditors that you already have, for example, like if you have a Capital One, if you have a Citibank, if you have a Bank of America card, or all these other creditors, and you know that you've been there with them for a while now, let's say over 12 months, and you have positive payment with them, you never really abused the card, or you didn't go over the limit, you don't have to worry about the minimums only, and you kept it in good standing, the opportunity to go ahead and call them to increase your limit is there, right? So a lot of people don't do that. So a lot of people just start applying for these new credit accounts, and then they start asking for more money from new accounts. But the truth is, the existing creditors that you already have, chances are that if you have a good positive payment history with them, and you have a good long-standing relationship with them, it's been over 12 months, etc., etc., there's a good opportunity that they will go ahead and extend that credit to you. All it takes is you going out there and asking. So if you ask, chances are they're going to give you the credit. So that's a good way of looking at other sources to improve your credit score, because these existing lines, the increases, will affect your utilization, which in turn is a good factor in your credit scoring model. So that's something that you might want to consider and look at that. And of course, the third step is a goal for the newer guys, like New Coast Direct, Self Lender, Jewelers Club. There's a lot of different ways. Like secure credit cards work. They pretty much like you put money in them. The creditors looked at it and it gives you a ratio of what they can extend to you. It's collateralized, so it's a good way to practice collateral obligations in the future if you're looking to finance mortgages, if you're looking to go ahead and do investment real estate, all these type of things, right? So explore that option of fixing your credit. I think that's the most accurate and best way to fix your credit going towards 2019 and beyond. So clean up your report simultaneously. Don't even attempt to add trade lines, or let's say start applying for new credit. Even though like some of the trade line companies say, oh, well, we don't do inquiries and stuff like that. That's fine. But in the end of the day, what you want to do is you want to make sure your credit is congruent. It's not frozen. There's no fraud alerts or anything like that. Once you clean that up, moving forward, as you get into the phase where now you have to apply for new credit, well, you already have your existing creditors, and if you have a good long-standing relationship with them, positive payment history, that's a good way that you can actually use to request extensions. And in most cases, what happens is there's promotional offers that are ready for you. They don't do hard inquiries, so essentially they can tell you based on your payment history and how long you've been with them. And the line increase may not be significant, but that's a good way to start, right? Now, if you want to go ahead and ask them to inquire on your credit report, chances are that they're going to have to do a hard inquiry on you, and if you qualify, then they're going to give you whatever they give you, right? So remember, your existing creditors, if you have positive payment history with them, a good long-standing relationship, at least 12 months, is a perfect time to go ahead and ask for a credit extension. Some people say we do it in 6 months, but if you have 12 months, is more stable, so it helps a little bit more. And then finally, what you want to do is you want to add those new trade lines. That a whole list of them is below this video. And if you're still thinking, hey, how can I fix my credit? Very on my own. I don't want to hire nobody. I just want to make sure that I can do it the right way. So I have a newsletter. Of course, I educate a lot of my customers. So feel free to subscribe to that newsletter. Every week, you're going to get a structure to kind of look through and follow step-by-step blueprint to fix your credit. At the same time, also, don't forget to look at the video below, the 3 more powerful steps to cleaning up your credit reports, right? So those are pretty detailed and, of course, elaborate enough so that you can take care of your own stuff. But if you still need assistance, I'm around. Feel free to reach out to me at talk@bestcreditresources.com. Disclosure, it's not always that I'll go ahead and respond within 12 to 24 hours because I do have a lot of businesses that I have to take care of aside from the credit repair side. But you guys go ahead and contact me. I'll get back to you and we can schedule a conversation to see what your file looks like. And if I can help you, my team and I will go ahead and take care of your file. But at the same time, feel free to explore my other videos in terms of credit. Look through the knowledge database that you have access to. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like the content that I've shared with you today. Don't forget to subscribe and turn that bell icon on so every time there's a new video like this, you'll be first to be notified. Once again, this is Ali Tarafdar, your guide and mentor, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.